Alauddin Khalji, a name etched in the chronicles of the Delhi Sultanate, evokes awe and controversy in equal measure. Born as Ali Gurshasp, his early life hinted at the ambition that would define his reign. He was the nephew and son-in-law of Sultan Alauddin Khalji, the founder of the Kalji dynasty. Alauddin's military acumen earned him recognition, but his ambition soon turned into a lust for power. In 1296, Alauddin, then governor of Kara, orchestrated the assassination of his uncle, claiming the throne for himself. This act of treachery marked the beginning of a reign characterized by ruthlessness and a relentless pursuit of power. Alauddin was a shrewd strategist, understanding that consolidating his position required eliminating potential rivals. His ascent to the throne was not a mere change of guard. It ushered in an era of transformation for the Delhi Sultanate. Alauddin, unlike his predecessors, harbored grand visions of expansion and aimed to establish a centralized and autocratic rule. He was not content with being merely a king. He aspired to be a true emperor, a second Alexander. Alauddin's reign was a period of unprecedented military expansion for the Delhi Sultanate. He inherited a kingdom that was vulnerable to external threats, particularly from the Mongols, who constantly threatened the northwestern frontiers. Alauddin, however, proved to be a formidable adversary. He repelled several Mongol invasions, securing his kingdom's frontiers and earning a reputation as a fierce warrior. But his ambitions extended far beyond merely defending his realm. Alauddin's eyes were set on the wealthy kingdoms of southern India, a region that had remained largely untouched by the Delhi Sultanate. His campaigns in Gujarat, Ranthambore, Chittor, Malwa and the Deccan were swift and brutal, often marked by ruthless efficiency and a disregard for the sanctity of temples and civilians. By the early 14th century, Alauddin's dominion stretched across much of the Indian subcontinent, making him one of the most powerful rulers of his time. Alauddin's reign was not just about military conquests. He was also an astute administrator who implemented sweeping reforms to consolidate his authority and fill the royal coffers. He understood that a strong, centralized state required a robust military and an efficient system of revenue collection. To maintain his vast army, estimated to be around 475,000 cavalry strong, Alauddin introduced the Hulia system. This innovative system involved branding horses and maintaining detailed descriptions of soldiers to prevent corruption and ensure the army's effectiveness. He also implemented a system of regular military inspections and enforced strict discipline within the ranks. To finance his military ambitions and administrative reforms, Alauddin implemented a series of economic policies that were both innovative and controversial. He introduced the Zabti system, a land revenue assessment based on actual cultivation, which aimed to maximize revenue collection. He also established market control mechanisms, fixing prices for essential commodities, and establishing a network of spies to prevent hoarding and profiteering. Alauddin Khalji's death in 1316 marked the end of an era. He left behind a legacy as complex and contradictory as the man himself. He was undoubtedly a ruthless tyrant who ruled with an iron fist, eliminating rivals, suppressing dissent and imposing harsh regulations on his subjects. His treatment of the Hindu population in particular was marked by discrimination and persecution. Yet he was also a visionary ruler who strengthened the Delhi Sultanate, expanded its frontiers and implemented administrative reforms that would influence later rulers. His economic policies, though controversial, aimed to stabilize prices and ensure the welfare of his subjects. He was a patron of art and architecture, and his reign witnessed the construction of magnificent structures like the Alai Darwaza and the city of Siri. Alauddin Khalji remains a subject of intense debate among historians. Some view him as a ruthless despot, while others recognize his administrative genius and the significant role he played in shaping the trajectory of the Delhi Sultanate. Regardless of